stabilize your Simon Desk, KBC2 chopper, we're on it. You can see us into PV. Right turn, Alec. Okay, copy that, Jamie, thank you. Well, thank you for joining us on MD. Okay, stolen vehicle for sure. That's what I have up here. Well, thank you for joining us on the NBCLA app and NBCLA website. You can see this pursuit. This is in the South LA area. LAPD officers in pursuit of a stolen vehicle. The suspect driving right now westbound on Imperial Highway, just north of the 105 freeway, heading back in the direction of the 110 freeway. Again, this is a stolen vehicle, and the pursuit has been going on now for the last about 15 minutes. The vehicle has sustained some damage because he crashed into his other vehicles and other property, I should say, too. Now the vehicle looks like it's occupied by at least the driver and possibly one other passenger. A vehicle now swerving there. We're going to come to a wider shot so you can see the traffic in front of the vehicle. There you can see the traffic on Imperial Highway dealing with some cars here in the way, coming into this intersection here and then continuing on westbound Imperial, passing Avalon. Now the next major intersection is going to be San Pedro. I can tell you that there are several unmarked units behind the vehicle. You can see one of them right there in the right-hand side of your screen. We believe this is a possible Metro units that are chasing the vehicle. And coming into a fresh red light, coming into the intersection, making a right turn, and continuing now northbound on Main Street. And now continuing on Main Street northbound, you can see cars diving out of the way. Very dangerous pursuit right now. This suspect not wanting to give up to officers. Again, many unmarked vehicles behind this suspect. I'm looking out the window of News Chopper 4 right now, and I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units that are unmarked units. A couple of marked LAPD units as well involved in this pursuit. Northbound Main, LAPD airship overhead. Okay, Jamie, copy that. Now you might be wondering what's going on with that side, that driver's side of the car. It looks like something's hanging off there. That's actually the door. That's actually the door. He's making a right-hand turn here. The vehicle came into contact with either another vehicle or some other property during the course of this pursuit just a short time ago, just before we arrived, in fact. And there was some damage done to the car. In fact, they thought that the suspect was going to bail out, but he did not. So again, that door looks like it's messed up there because it did come into contact with some sort of property. We're not sure if that was another vehicle or not. And he's continuing on, coming up to an intersection here. Let's see what happens. And he's going to come into that red light. Makes a left turn there from the right lane. A northbound Avalon now, and LAPD continuing to pursue this vehicle. Let's see if they try a pit maneuver. They could try it. And you can see that undercover unit right there behind the suspect vehicle. He's kind of slowing down right now. Let's see what he does. And look at that, the officer's car door, the passenger side, popping open a little bit just in case the guy jumps out and runs. Here he goes, right turning down, right into a parking lot, actually a gas station. And now it's coming to a stop right here in this tire service store. You can see that we're going to try to get around to the other side and see what's going to happen here. The gun's drawn by LAPD officers, the airship overhead. This vehicle has come to a stop here on, I believe it was Avalon that he turned off of, and I'll try to get you the cross street on that. The suspect has just decided to pull into this Arco gas station and give up. Now he's pretty much surrounded. There's no way out for this guy because he's got LAPD units all around in the other driveway, so he has nowhere to go. Decides at the last minute to just pull into this Arco and give up. We see the officers with guns drawn and calling the occupants out of the vehicle, out of the car right now. They're going to normally see that the keys will be thrown out of the vehicle. It looks like there's movement in the passenger side. It looks like, I don't know if that's the driver leaning over or if that is a passenger moving around in there. S is ending at Avalon and Colden. And we see movement in the rear window. You can see that movement. It looks like the driver moving around in there. Now the driver not complying with officers. I can tell you that the officers are telling him to exit the vehicle, throw the keys out of the window, exit the vehicle with his hands up. But so far we're not seeing that. Again, this is a stolen vehicle suspect. This pursuit starting in the South LA area. There's some movement there in the passenger side. You saw some yellow. It looked like maybe a shirt being thrown around inside. I can hear that the dispatcher is telling officers to be careful here. That suspect is digging around in that front seat. So it looks like maybe just the driver. There he is, putting his hand out the window. You can see that. Okay, Jamie, copy that. We believe he was making some rude gestures to the officers there as he stuck his hand out the window. And now it's a standoff with the officers. He's going to just stay in there, obviously defying the officers. I don't see that the keys were thrown out of the vehicle, so there is a chance that he could drive off.
Windows broke.
Oh, there we go. We got what looks like rounds being shot into the vehicle. The passenger side window has been blown out, and likely due to a less lethal weapon, a beanbag maybe, that has taken out that window. You can see movement by the suspect's hand. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, we saw that glass that was broken out there, the suspect opening the passenger door and the glass coming down onto the ground. And the suspect still not complying fully with the officers. They did blow out his windows there to give him a message that, you know, we're all around you. You need to come out and surrender peacefully. That's what it appears like he's doing now. We hope that he comes out peacefully and there's no further incident, but you never know in this situation. LAPD has this guy completely surrounded, and we'll see in a minute here. He's opened that passenger door. Officer still making contact with the driver, telling that driver to get out with his hands up. There comes the door. It looks like the suspect is complying. He's going to walk out, not putting his hands up. That's not what they want to see. He's arguing with the officers. That's not good. There he goes, putting his hands up. That's what he needs to do. They're going to order him to the ground, but he's being defiant. We're going to pull out a little bit because, and there we go. It looks like they used a less than lethal round to bring him down to the ground. You can see those officers on the right-hand side with that less lethal weapon there, that shotgun style rifle there that they just shot a beanbag round at him and then put him down to the ground. Now he's going to be taken into custody. A stolen vehicle suspect out of the South LA area leads officers, LAPD officers, in a pursuit lasting about a half hour. And now they have the car cleared. Only the driver was in there, the man that came out of the passenger side. The officers having to use less lethal weapons to blow out the window and then bring him down to the ground because he just was not complying with officers, being very aggressive with the officers. And now that's done the job. He is in custody now.